It's 7:30 in the morning on Sunday, November 12th, 2023, and moving the cows to another cell. I don't know what number this is. I don't remember when I started this rotation. Cows are in pretty good condition, really good condition actually. As good as I've ever seen them this year, which is pretty good because we're in D0, moderately dry, or abnormally dry, I should say. D1 is moderate drought, D2 is severe drought. So, yeah, beautiful morning move. The grass here is very thick. On this western part of the field, there's not a lot of goatweed. And in the eastern part of this section, there's really not that much goatweed either. The goatweed we do have is dying. It's all drying up and withering. The leaves are starting to fall off. And probably in a few weeks here, there won't be much left. It's just little sticks. And that'll be it for the goatweed. So, stuff like this, giant ant hills filled with new grass. Weather-wise, right now it's in the 40s. This week it's going to be in the 60s. Later on, we're going to see a couple days of 70 or 72, and then that's pretty much it, according to the long-term forecast. After this heat wave, if you can call it that, the weather's going to cool down and stay in the 50s and 60s for the rest of the year. So I remember, I think it was last year, the year before last, where we had Thanksgiving where it was like 75 degrees, you know. It was nice. It was dry too on Thanksgiving. Nope, last year was wet. 2 years ago we had a dry, warm Thanksgiving. Last year the cows tore up the field because we got so much rain around Thanksgiving. I remember that now. Yeah, we traveled to my brother's house for Thanksgiving, and we had to drive through pelting rain. I came back, it was just a big mud bowl. The manure from when they were here last time is still here, and because it's been so dry, the manure really hasn't disappeared. It's kind of like been reborn, rehydrated, I guess, you know, which isn't ideal, but hopefully the parasites have had their shot and they missed it. I've been here long enough that the parasites aren't going to propagate, you know. So that's the hope, at least. This bottom wire, by the way, I disconnected it. It was just too much trouble to maintain it. The wire broke at some point, and rather than fix it, I'm just like, I'm done with it. My goal is to eventually replace my perimeter fence with some kind of mesh to keep the smaller animals in. I'm thinking like ducks, geese, and then on about a foot, so like from here, about right there, I'm going to put up fiberglass posts and run an inner perimeter of hot wire with the posts separated by much more than the T-posts are separated, and that will carry the charge. Be a lot easier to maintain than what I got right now. Here, this is where the wire broke. So, yeah. The goal was to keep that wire close to the ground, to keep critters like raccoons and stuff off the field. And I don't know if that's been successful. It has been successful in making my life a nightmare, because I have to keep maintaining it. So it didn't accomplish the goal I wanted. It accomplished an entirely separate goal that I didn't want. So, all right, that's about all I got for you this morning. It's a beautiful morning. Right now, the goal is just to keep the cows alive until spring comes again. If they can maintain their weight through the winter, that would be good. They should all be bred, and so got to keep those baby calves alive inside their bellies. So I don't want to push them too hard. But the tools that I have, so of course my fields, the grass will grow a little bit during the winter, not a lot. But heading into winter, I'm way better off now than I was last year or the year before that. So I'm kind of learning for the first time what it's like to have grass in the winter, you know. So I plan to graze as much as I can without destroying the grass. I'm going to leave plenty behind when I rotate. When I start to run out of grass, I'm going to start using hay and maybe supplement that with some protein buckets. I probably won't buy more than 4 of them this year. They don't go through them that quick. And other than that, there's possibility of, I think it's this one here. I'll point to him. Boop. There's a bull, a Charolais bull. He looks like a Charolais, at least in terms of color, not shape so much. He's not super huge. I was worried that he'd get really big, but he's not. But I'm going to harvest him sometime this year, I think. I'm going to wait for a day that's in the 40s, where the high is like, 50 degrees max. And the reason for that is I won't have to worry so much about going fast and worrying about the meat spoiling. And I don't think I'm going to dry age the meat. I was thinking about how to set that up, and the shop, I probably could set it up with the shop. Get like one of those cool bot things, make a little room, and I don't know what temperature you're supposed to keep it at, but build a little, just basically build a box out of wood inside the shop, and then hang the cow either in halves or quarters or something, and dry age it for a couple weeks. I'll have to research exactly how that's done. But the goal is just kind of to learn the process, like how we can slaughter a cow on site, and then to give it a taste, see what it's like, look at the marbling, and make plans for the future. My big goal is I want to eat what I grow here for my family, and part of that's going to be figuring out like what's actually edible, and then the secondary goal with this herd at least was to learn how to rotationally graze. And if the meat is good, then maybe I'll keep experimenting. Maybe I'll sell some cows direct. If you guys are interested in buying a cow, you can let me know. We can talk about how you want it finished. I can do grain finishing. It's not too hard. I'll have feed troughs, and I can separate them out from the rest of the cows. If you want to do grass finishing, we can talk about how old you want before you harvest the cow. Hopefully, I get good results from this calf. And if I get good results from this calf, then that's a good sign that we don't have to wait for a long time before harvesting the grass-fed cows. If the cow comes out gamey and lean, then that means I have to wait longer or provide even more forage. So we'll see what happens. Guys, have a great day. Take care, and bye-bye.